father accused me of being a spoiled gold digger and stopped paying child support, so I stopped calling him dad. My parents divorced when I was an infant, but I spent weekdays with my mom and weekends with my dad. My dad and I were like best friends, and we had a simple routine every weekend where we'd get 5 Redbox movies to finish during the weekend, go fishing, play soccer, and bike to this little secret playground near the zoo. Something else I was used to was my dad always having new girlfriends who never lasted more than 2 weeks. However, my relationship with my dad was the same as ever until I was 12 when he met his current wife. This woman has 2 kids, one older and one younger than me. They moved into my dad's apartment after only 2 weeks. With them came a complete rearrangement of my space. My room was already small, but my tiny mattress and 3 small plastic drawers were shoved into the corner to make space for the daughter's bunk bed and dresser. Before I knew it, they started putting my bed in a closet until I came to visit, and they often forgot to take it out. When my dad moved into a bigger house, the older sister got her room, and I had to share one with the younger sister every weekend. I soon had just 1 drawer, because the little sister wanted the other 2 for her toys. Slowly, I started visiting my dad less and less. Then everything went incredibly wrong when my dad got his girlfriend pregnant after 1 year. They married, and I didn't know that for a month because he didn't tell me. I also didn't know my baby half-sister was born until weeks after she came home from the hospital. He started spoiling them to make his new family happy and stopped paying child support for me and my mom. His wife is a jobless gold digger who only cooks, cleans, and shops. Her older daughter has her college paid for by my dad, and the younger daughter is the definition of a 10-year-old Sephora kid. As for my half-sister, she is still a toddler but is spoiled and hates the word no. The routine I used to have with my dad is now dead. As for my stepdad, he's been with my mom since I was 5. I once called him dad, and because of that, my dad told me I shouldn't love a man like a dad because he's not my father. That's why I started acting like I hated my stepdad. I never knew why I felt that way about him since he'd never been anything but good to me, and in the last few years, I felt much closer to him. He feels like the dad that my birth father should try to be. Over time, my dad has started to treat me differently. He rants to me about his political beliefs and conspiracy theories about aliens. He also brags about his new business and family. If I ever try to share anything with him, he gets annoyed and shuts me up before continuing his stories. It's like now he sees me as a buddy rather than his daughter. Also, it was during these last few years that I learned the reason he and my mom divorced was not because they weren't right for each other, but because my father cheated on my mom while visiting his family in Canada. I am now 15, and I have become a completely different person than the one my birth dad remembers. I no longer love the beach or soccer. I now love music, reading, and writing. I have written and published 2 books since 2022, and I'm writing the 3rd in my series. My stepdad supports my dreams and loves me so much that he brags about me to friends and family and calls me his daughter. My stepdad has an actual daughter who I love like a real sister, though she lives up north with her boyfriend, and I don't see her often. Still, I love them more than I love my birth dad and half-sister, who I'm related to. My dad blames me for never calling, though because of how he's treated me lately, I don't feel like I owe it to him. I also go months without visiting him now because I no longer feel comfortable at that house, especially since the bed I sleep on is their guest bed. In my birth dad's house, I am a guest. Because of all of this, I resent my dad. I haven't told anyone about this, so no one is calling me a jerk, but I'm wondering if I am because my dad is in love with his new family, and I'm wondering if it's a bad thing that I'm not happy for him. Am I the jerk? Update number 1. I talked to my mom about how I don't want to keep being forced by her to visit Eric, my sperm donor. She wound up sending him long texts, chewing him out for not treating me right and telling him to step up and pay his child support. He didn't answer her, so I wrote him a long text myself that detailed how I felt about his treatment of me the last few years. As soon as I sent that text, he called me to yell at me and called me spoiled and overdramatic. He said it's my fault we don't have a relationship since I never visit or talk to him anymore. And because I mentioned the unpaid child support, he said that I was only reaching out to him for money. I nearly cried during that phone call and hung up on him. He sent some angry texts to my mother as well, but later that day, he left a voicemail on my phone saying, "Money is kind of tight for me right now. I'm completely broke. You know I love you, right?" The thing is that I know that's a lie because I'm always seeing my younger stepsister make TikTok videos showing off the Sephora and other expensive crap he buys her all the time. I think I'm done trying. I told him, "No, I don't know this. You say you do, but you have never shown me this love." That wink at a shared joke and the hug of joy and glorious celebration. That, daddy dear, is love. And in that moment, I understood what truly mattered in life.